All right, YouTube, what is going on? It is Zaya here from Zaya&TheSteelers back with another video. And in today's video, we are going to be talking about the Steelers moving to 3-0 as we have defeated the Los Angeles Chargers. So if you guys are Steelers fans or you enjoy NFL content in general, be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications. We are on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Shout out to the people who have subscribed already. And shout out to the future subscribers, man. Also, let's get a shout out to the members. If you guys would like to support me and this channel more, be sure to hit that join button down in the description below. And the last shout out of this video is going to go to my upstairs neighbor, as I could hear he was watching the game and he was slightly behind, and every time a good play would happen, 3 seconds later I would hear him getting hype. It was beautiful to see, man. Steelers fans, we're up right now. We are happy right now, and we are 3-0. And all of the doubters, all of the people who said we were going to be last in the AFC North, all of the people that said we were going to be last in the AFC, all of the people that said Justin Fields sucks, all of the people that said that our defense was overrated, all of the people that have been doubting us for years have to shut the fuck up 3 weeks into the season, man. What else do you have to say? What are you going to point to, man? We're going to look at the score. We're going to look at the touchdowns. We got, I believe, 2 touchdowns today. So yeah, Justin Fields ran one in, and then Calvin Austin ran. He got a pretty deep pass up there. We'll talk about that in a second. But I'm very hyped right now, and I was telling you guys about this defense, man. I was telling you guys all week, like, yo, This is cause for concern, man, because the way we are playing against, the Broncos, who I'm pretty sure just took down Tampa Bay, so that win looks a little better. Atlanta, who took down Philly, so that win looks a little better. People were doubting our defense, man. People were saying, like, yeah, like, you guys won, you did good, but, like, those weren't the cream of the crop teams. Now we go and face the Chargers, a team that's also 2-0, a team with big Justin Herbert, who was dealing with injury. Justin Herbert ended up leaving with injury, so that's probably what they're going to point to next. But if you watch this game, man, especially in the second half, you can see the Chargers have -4 yards in the second half. Justin Herbert, I believe, left a little bit into the second half, but we just started tearing shit up, man. The one touchdown the Chargers got was, a fantastic play. It was like a fake pass to like the inside receiver, Joey Porter Jr. bit Quentin Johnston wide open. Minka can't get there fast enough, but that's it. And what do we point to? What happened the last time a team scored the touchdown? It was the Kyle Pitts random ass Mickey Mouse ass touchdown. Past that, a team has not been able to drive on us and get that score. They can't do it. They got pretty darn close there, but we hold them to 3 every single time at the very least. And that's if we don't blank your team. If we don't blank your team, we're going to at least hold you to 3. Touchdowns are very hard to come by. And today we had 2 of them, man. We had 2 touchdowns. Justin Fields looked really good. The defense looked really good. The one only kind of weird part about it, and maybe I will talk about it here in a second. I don't know if I want to like get negative yet, because like we are a very hyped team right now. We are very hyped. But the one kind of weird thing was, the offensive line issues. But we're going through so much on injury. We have Samalu out. We have Fatanu out. Dan Moore and Broderick Jones, they're, doing their things at the tackle positions. But it's Dan Moore and Broderick Jones, so it is what it is. Every time we run to the outside, too, by the way, I'm going to get my shit off now. I'm going to get it out of the way. Every time we run to the outside, that shit does not work, man. It doesn't work. Najee Harris should be banned from running to the outside of the ball. Or from the outside of the line. Like, he shouldn't be doing that. The only way Najee Harris should be running is straight up. Because every time Najee Harris runs straight up, it is a gain of 10 to 15 yards. Every time we bounce it out to the outside, it is a gain of nothing. So Arthur Smith, if you're listening out there, Justin Fields, if you can make the audibles at the line of scrimmage, let's not do that anymore. No more runs to the outside. But past that, we looked flawless today. We looked elite today, man. I'm not going to lie. We looked like the best team in the NFL. And once again, we are 3-0. We are sitting here. We've had 3 pretty good wins. I don't know why I shouldn't feel happy about this team. I really think I should feel happy about this team. I really think I should be excited, and I think all of you guys out there should be excited as well. Now to some game clips here, or I guess some tweets. Joe Alt, meet TJ Watt. He's the best doing it. You're welcome. The title of this video is going to be something to do like with Joe Alt, because he's been getting the nickname. I think it's like Control-Alt-Delete or something like that, because he's just been deleting people's edge rushers or whatever. We point to Max Crosby. They played the Raiders, and I guess he shut down Max Crosby. I don't know who they played in week 1, but I guess he was shutting them down. But I'm talking about Max Crosby specifically because, this is a guy that they compare to TJ Watt, man. This is a guy who they say, oh, yeah, he might even be better than TJ Watt. That is what some people say. And every single time this shit happens, every single time people doubt TJ Watt, he just continuously proves that he is the best defensive player in the NFL right now. Every time this happens, TJ Watt continuously proves that he is probably, maybe, potentially, we just get him a ring or 2. We just get him some more accolades. TJ Watt is the best defensive player to ever play for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Possibly, potentially, maybe outside of Mean Joe Green, man. And also Troy Polamalu. But like right there, that's what I'm saying. If we can get TJ Watt some playoff wins, if we can get TJ Watt a ring, like, bro, like, and we're all watching it, man. Like, we are blessed. We should feel blessed to be able to watch TJ Watt every single week on the Pittsburgh Steelers, because this is a generational all-time talent that we get to see week in and week out. Someone else who is a generational all-time talent, man, is Nick Herbig, bro. How much do we got to talk about this guy? Alex Highsmith, he obviously goes down with injuries. We hope for the best for him. But Nick Herbig, bro, the way he was just out here, we were sacking the quarterback like crazy in the second half. Cameron Hayward was also getting some pressures there, and a lot of people out there. Remember I was making these videos months ago talking about, oh, well, Cameron Hayward, his extension's going to be too much, man. Like, we shouldn't re-sign Cameron Hayward. And you guys are idiots, man. You guys are dumb, because this is Cameron Hayward we're talking about. Not even just the talent that he still has on the field that you guys were sleeping on, by the way. You guys thought Cameron Hayward was washed, but not even because of that, but because this guy is a Steeler, man. He is a leader in the locker room. He's a leader of this defense. And we're looking at this defense right now, and it is the best in the NFL, man. It is the best in the league. And so we had to keep Cameron Hayward because we had to extend him because we had to keep him positive. Because you know what happens when we have a positive Cameron Hayward? We have an absolutely elite all-time defense when Cameron Hayward is positive, bro. That is just what it is. And so, like, the extension that happened, if we got to, rework it later on, we'll rework it later on. But right now, it is about making the team happy, doing what you got to do to capitalize to win this season, because we are not worried about the future. We are not worried about, okay, we'll take some stuff and we'll build from this season because we had a really good season. No, ladies and gentlemen, we are a contender right now, man. We are a contender right now with this defense and the offense today. They showed up. The first half, it is what it is. The first half wasn't exactly great, but we answered when we needed to answer, man. The Chargers score a touchdown. What do? We go down and score a touchdown. They get a field goal. What do? We go down and get a field goal. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't just like blanked. We weren't just blanked, and that was the story of the Pittsburgh Steelers. We would be blanked all half, all quarter, all game. We would just be blanked. We would show nothing. But now we were able to get these points back. Now we were able to move the ball back. And Chris Boswell, he was very close to hitting a 62-yard field goal. Man, I would have been very hyped if he hit that today. But also, he scored his 1,000th point. And also, I'm pretty close to 1,000 subscribers, so it is what it is. Shout out to the King of Boz, man, the Wizard of Boz. He is the GOAT. Nick Herbig is the GOAT. Cameron Hayward is the GOAT. TJ Watt is the GOAT. This defense is the GOAT. Micah Fitzpatrick is the GOAT. Patrick Queen also, I think, is this a tweet about Patrick Queen? Patrick Queen also today was flying around, man. He was getting pressures on the quarterback. He was stopping the run. He was a dog, and I know a lot of these Ravens fans tried to say he was overrated. A lot of these people tried to say this was an overrated signing, but guess what? Patrick Queen showed that he is a stud today. Patrick Queen is a stud today, yesterday, and tomorrow, and he is just another piece of this star-studded defense, and this is why we need to capitalize, we need to focus, and we need to win now. But I am just, I am just ecstatic, man. I am just ecstatic. Now I'm going to get to some play here. This is what I was talking about with TJ Watt and Joe Alt. Joe Alt, you can see he's trying to block TJ Watt, but that's TJ Watt, man. That is the GOAT, man. That is number 90, bro. He just gets right by him. And, Max Crosby, for players like him, maybe you can shut down a Max Crosby, man. Maybe you can do that, in which he did. But TJ Watt, you are not shutting down TJ Watt. It is absolutely not happening. It is just another reason, another explanation, another example of why TJ Watt is the GOAT. And so welcome to the NFL, Joe Alt. Welcome to real football, because I know you got it off against Max Crosby. You got it off against whoever you played in week 1. But TJ Watt, he's the best player you've ever seen. You've never had to guard somebody like him. And it shows here as Taylor Heineke. I like Taylor Heineke. I was actually kind of scared when he came in, but I don't know why, because this defense is the greatest defense ever, man. This defense is a better defense than Trojan, bro. Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, this is what we can do. This defense, like, and like, I'm talking all of this about the defense, but today I feel like the offense looked really good when it wanted to be, when we aren't being conservative, when Justin Fields is just allowed to sling the ball. Calvin Austin, when he's in the middle of the field and Justin Fields, he just gives him a dime, man. He allows him to run with the ball, and this is the game-changing speed that allows Calvin Austin to score this touchdown, bro. This is what we've been hype about. This is why we were like, maybe hesitant on the Brandon Ayuk, maybe hesitant on the wide receiver here, wide receiver there, because we have pieces like Calvin Austin. Next week we should be getting Roman Wilson back. Someone else in the corner that you can see, Cordero Patterson up there. Cordero Patterson had a fantastic game. You can see him downfield blocking too, absolutely eliminating him from the play. We are going to be so good. We are going to be so good this year, and we're not even at our full strength. Our line. We have no Samalu. We have no Fatanu. We have, whatchamacallit, I guess Zach Frazier is starting, who's a better center, but, Nick Herbig or Nate Herbig, one of the Herbigs, he's supposed to be the center too. Like, we have so many injuries on the O-line, but it doesn't matter, man. Like, we are still eating. It is next man up mentality. And the Justin Fields, look at Justin Fields, man. Justin Fields is the quarterback, bro. Russell Wilson, I don't know what it's going to take for you to get healthy. I don't know how long it's going to take, but ladies and gentlemen, I think it's cooked. I think Justin Fields, you got to keep rolling with him. We are now 3-0 to this point. We have now gone down in games. Like we didn't have the lead in this game. You know what I'm saying? Like we were down a little bit in the early stages, and we didn't back off. We didn't run away. We didn't like cut the playbook down. In fact, I think the playbook even grew as we got down. You know what I'm saying? Like the first couple of drives were a little spooky, but once, you know, we faced some adversity, the playbook opened up. Justin Fields, he didn't sink. He played even better. George Pickens played even better. Cordero Patterson played even better. Calvin Austin played even better. Muth, he had a drop. Later on in the game, he had some good plays. You know what I'm saying? George Pickens even had a drop, but later on, he had some good plays. You know what I'm saying? This isn't a team that isn't going to back down. This isn't a team that's going to run. This isn't a team that hides. This is a team that makes their bed and they lay in it because this is the bed they made. And the bed we made is the 3-0 Pittsburgh Steelers, ladies and gentlemen. That is, you know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, that is what it's all about. This team is 3-0. The Chargers, a lot of people were talking about their defense. A lot of people were talking about that Chargers defense, man, against this Mickey Mouse Steelers offense. What happened, bro? What happened, man? I believe we won this. I think we had 20 points in this game. We definitely had 20 points. If you count this, we had 20 points in this game to this #1 ranked defense. Guess what? There is a new #1 in town, ladies and gentlemen. And we were #1 last week, but, you know, points allowed. Oh, they only allowed 13 points here, 16. But now what? Now what? Now what's happening? The Pittsburgh Steelers have the best defense in the NFL, and the Pittsburgh Steelers also have a top 15 offense in the NFL with all the injuries and no wide receivers. We still have that. We still have that. So imagine what we're going to look like when we get Roman Wilson back. Imagine what we're going to look like when Justin Fields is now even more familiar. You know, every game is like he gets more familiar and familiar and familiar. He builds the confidence. Today he had an interception, but if you actually watch the game and you don't just box score read and stat sheet, whatever, if you don't just watch the box score, you will see that interception was dumb. It was a dumb interception. It doesn't count. Past that, he's been protecting the ball. Past that, he's not been afraid to run. He's not been afraid to, you know, like do the deep pass when we have to. It's just been cinema. And like I said, I was very excited going into the season, and low key, I would like a little bit more on offense, but other than that, we talked about the injuries and like what's plaguing us right now. And if we were at full strength, maybe we would look even better on offense. But past that, we look exactly how I said we were going to look. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of the times too, especially last year, you know, we got kind of tricked by this preseason. We got kind of tricked by Kenny Pickett and Matt Canada, but I expected us to look better than we did last season. You know, in seasons prior too, I've been expecting this team to turn around for a while, man. I really have. But this season, I knew it, man. I was like, yo, this team, like, if we just have a chance, if we just don't fumble, man, if we just don't collapse, then we are going to be a good football team. And here we are in week 3, haven't lost a game yet. The defense hasn't even been spooky for us yet because this defense is fucking elite. This defense is otherworldly. And Calvin Austin, like I'm watching this play over and over and over again. Calvin Austin, man, he's just different, bro. He is just different. Justin Fields is different. That is our quarterback. Next week, who are we playing next week? It don't matter. Steelers in 4-0 next week, 3-0 now. I'm super excited. And the last point I want to say about this video, we should have given Najee Harris that touchdown, man. We should have let Najee Harris run it in at the end there. I get, you know, we can just down the ball, we run out the clock, and it is what it is. But we should have let Najee Harris get that touchdown at the end of it. But it is what it is. He's still without a touchdown. George Pickens is still without a touchdown. We're 3-0, ladies and gentlemen. Najee and George Pickens are so due for a touchdown, and that hasn't even happened yet. So imagine when it does. Imagine when we get Roman Wilson back, how open George Pickens is going to be now. And Justin Fields, he's throwing the ball, he's slinging it, he's building confidence. And look at the man. What's going on in Chicago right now, man? What's happening in Chicago right now? I'm pretty sure they are losing to the Colts. I'm going to keep doing this. I'm going to keep following up with the Bears because they kicked him out. They were like, yo, we need a quarterback. And it turns out you didn't even really need a quarterback. You just needed a whole new organization. You just need a whole new owner. You need a whole new stadium. You need a whole new GM. You need a whole new everything. You needed a whole new everything besides the quarterback, it seems, in Chicago. But the Pittsburgh Steelers, we had faith in Justin Fields. I had faith in Justin Fields. And I know all you guys had faith in Justin Fields. And it is paying off, man. It is paying off. So I think that is going to do it for me for this video. I'll probably talk more about this game and like just the Steelers in general at another point. But right now, I am ecstatic. I am kind of getting my shit off here, and I feel like the video's all over the place, so I want to kind of, you know what I'm saying? I kind of want to centralize it. Main points, 3-0. Main points, this defense is the GOAT. Main points, TJ Watt is the GOAT. And I don't know who we play next week, like I said, but I bet we're going to be 4-0. I bet it's not a team better than the Pittsburgh Steelers. You know why? It's not that many teams better than the Pittsburgh Steelers now. We talked 1-0, 2-0, you know, it's early in the season. But once you hit that 3-0, man, are we going to beat the 2020 record? Are we ever going to lose a game this season? Chase Claypool. Losing? You ever heard of her? No? Me neither. You know what I'm saying? So that is going to do it for me for this video. If you guys enjoyed, be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications. Once again, I make videos about the Steelers all the time, so if that's something you enjoy, check out the channel some more. Anyways, this has been Zaya from Zaya and the Steelers, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.